Freedom of the Seas sails from Miami on July 2, but ironically, freedom will be a term used loosely on board. I'm Adrian, the Cruise and Travel Guy. As always, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and if you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. Earlier this year, several cruise lines wanting to restart operations from the US announced that all of their guests would have to be vaccinated. However, in May, a law passed in the state of Florida that bans, among other entities, businesses from asking for proof of vaccination from anyone, effectively eliminating the use of a vaccine passport within the state. Florida is one of the world's largest cruising hubs, and so this of course has presented quite a challenge to the cruise lines. Royal Caribbean's response to that challenge has been to divide the experience on board between vaccinated guests and unvaccinated guests, the haves and have-nots. When Freedom of the Seas sets sail on July 2nd, some of its guests will not be enjoying freedom at all. So what does it look like? This table was released by Royal Caribbean and details the differences unvaccinated or those unwilling to provide proof of vaccination will experience on board. When it comes to dining, the unvaccinated miss out on the chef's table, specialty restaurant Izumi, and will be relegated to deck 4 of the dining room. They will also miss out on the R-Bar, the Schooner Bar, the pub, and the Viking Crown nightclub. The indoor solarium pool and bar are also off limits. With entertainment in mind, unvaccinated guests will miss out on several key parties, including the 70s, silent, and red-themed events. Studio B ice skating shows will be available only at select times, and production shows will be viewed only from deck 4. They will also miss out on art auctions, not exactly a loss, the casino and the casino bar. The fitness center will only be accessible at certain hours, and the spa and all of its services are also off limits. Royal Caribbean anticipates that the majority of its guests will be vaccinated, with those most likely to be unvaccinated guests under 16. Where families or groups traveling together are mixed between vaccinated and unvaccinated, they will only be allowed to congregate together in areas designated for unvaccinated passengers. Off the ship in the Bahamas, unvaccinated guests and those traveling with them will have to do a Royal Caribbean shore tour in order to disembark the ship. Everyone will have free access, however, to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, Royal Caribbean's private island. All guests will require a mask on board when indoors or if outdoors in a crowded area. Masks won't be required in staterooms, and vaccinated guests won't have to wear a mask when they are in a vaccinated area of the ship. In a recent addition to these rules, Royal Caribbean has mandated that all unvaccinated guests over the age of 12 provide proof of travel insurance that covers COVID-19 related expenses to a minimum value of $25,000 for medical expenses and $50,000 for travel expenses. The change applies to sailings departing from August 1 through to the end of this year. I'm keen to read your thoughts about this, so let me know in the comments below. Would you sail on Freedom of the Seas under these conditions? Personally, something feels slightly off about this arrangement. I don't know, even as a vaccinated guest on board, how I would feel about the whole thing when I was there, knowing that someone next to me might not be able to access a part of the ship that I can. I know there is a ship within a ship experience, very common on cruise lines when it comes to suites, where people will pay extra for access to certain areas of the ship or certain onboard perks. But this is quite different in my mind because it's not paying for something that you're adding to the experience, but taking things away from certain people. To be clear, I don't necessarily disagree with what Royal Caribbean are doing here. I believe that they have to take action, obviously, in light of the new law in Florida. And of course, they're balancing their responsibilities that they have from a health perspective with the CDC as well. I'd also like to say that as an Australian from lockdown, beggars can't be choosers, and if I could jump on board, I probably would. Well, I look forward to hearing your thoughts about it. Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. If you are looking at booking a cruise for 2022 and beyond, head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguy.com.au, where you can search and book online at great prices. And you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at The Cruise and Travel Guy. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Really? Those unvaccinated mostly... All guests will require a mask on board or what? Won't have to wear a mask when they are in a designated Masks won't be required in staterooms or vaccinated. To be clear, I don't necessarily disagree with what